amazing travelers. It's Helena, and welcome back to the channel. Seriously, can we just take a moment? Because today, we're not just visiting a place, we're stepping onto a cloud of history, right here in the beating heart of Athens. Guys, welcome to the Acropolis. Now, you've probably seen the pictures, right? But nothing, and I mean nothing, prepares you for the sheer scale and gravity of this place. The Acropolis, which literally means the highest city or city on the edge, is arguably the most important ancient site in the Western world. It's the sacred rock, the symbol of democracy, and the birthplace of so much that still shapes our lives today. It's all about the Parthenon, of course. This colossal temple, dedicated to the goddess Athena, Athens' patron goddess, stands majestically, over 2,500 years old. Imagine that, built in the 5th century BC, during the golden age of Pericles. It's an enduring miracle of engineering and artistry, and it is absolutely breathtaking. But look, we're not just going to read you the textbook description. I've dug up some super cool, lesser-known facts that are going to blow your mind and totally change how you see these ruins. Did you know the Parthenon doesn't have a single straight line in it? And there's a totally wild reason for that. Stick with me for the next few minutes because we're going beyond the postcard. Let's dive in. Let's start with the big guy, the Parthenon. When you first look at it, it seems perfectly straight, right? Well, that's the genius of it. Here's your little known fact number 1. It has no parallel or straight lines. Every single one of its architectural features, the columns, the base, the entablature, is curved. This is called entasis. Why? Because the ancient Greeks knew that if the structure was mathematically straight, it would look saggy or concave to the human eye, especially from a distance. So, they built these subtle curves to create a visual illusion of perfect straightness. How mind-blowing is that? It's like an ancient Greek Photoshop trick. Okay, so we've established the Parthenon is an optical illusion master with its perfect curves, but let's talk about the glow-up. Fun fact number 2, this temple isn't just any marble, it's mostly beautiful Parian marble, famous for its incredible whiteness and almost translucent quality. But here's the shocker, when it was first built, it wasn't pristine white. It was painted. I'm talking vibrant blues, reds, and golds, making it look incredibly bold and almost modern to the ancient eye. Imagine walking up here and seeing that splash of color against the bright Athenian sky. It wasn't the minimalist look we see today. It was a dazzling, colorful masterpiece designed to truly pop. And while the architecture is the skeleton, the sculptures were the soul. The Parthenon was completely decorated with reliefs and massive statues. The famous Parthenon frieze, which ran around the inner chamber, depicted the great Panathenaic procession, the most important festival in Athens, honoring Athena. It's basically a massive, civic comic strip showing the Athenians celebrating their city and their goddess. Finally, the Parthenon is a survivor. Over its lifetime, it has been everything. For over 1,000 years, it was a Christian church. Then, when the Ottomans took over, it became a mosque, and later, unfortunately, a gunpowder magazine. That last use, by the way, is what caused the most devastating damage back in 1687. But even in ruin, the Parthenon is a powerhouse. It truly is the ultimate symbol of human resilience, standing proud through 2.5 millennia of change. Moving on to the beautiful Erechtheion. This is where things get a little more mythological. This temple is famous for its Porch of the Maidens, or the Caryatids, those incredible statues of women serving as supporting columns. They are absolutely iconic. But here's a detail you might miss. The temple is actually built on an extremely uneven spot, and it was considered the most sacred part of the Acropolis. Why? Because this is supposedly the spot where the great contest between Poseidon and Athena took place to become the patron deity of the city. Poseidon struck the ground with his trident and produced a saltwater spring, and Athena offered the olive tree. We all know who won. But the really unique thing, the Erechtheion actually houses a small shrine to Poseidon and a symbolic olive tree. It's the ultimate Let's Be Friends temple, celebrating both contenders. Let's take another moment for the Erechtheion. This temple isn't just known for its beautiful maiden statues. It's a total architectural rebel. Notice how it's entirely asymmetrical. Unlike the perfect symmetry of the Parthenon, the Erechtheion is uneven, built on different levels, and has separate entrances and porches. And here's the kicker. This unique, mismatched design wasn't a mistake. It was necessary to protect the sacred marks left by the gods, Poseidon's trident strike and Athena's olive tree gift, all under one roof. It's the ultimate example of architecture bowing down to myth and history. Now, let's talk about this impressive entrance, the Propylaea. It's not just a fancy gate. It was a deliberate transition from the chaotic, mortal city to the sacred, divine world above. But here's the juicy historical tidbit. The Propylaea was also home to the Pinacothek, which was essentially the world's first public art gallery. Yes, before the Louvre, before the Met, the ancient Greeks had a wing right here, dedicated to exhibiting paintings. This just highlights how central art and culture were to Athenian life, not just religion. It was truly a city ahead of its time, fostering public appreciation for art millennia ago. Most people focus entirely on the top, but you'd be missing out on some incredible history down here on the south slope. We've got the Theater of Dionysus, where the great Greek tragedians like Sophocles and Euripides premiered their plays. This is the very birthplace of Western theatre, where drama as we know it began. And here's a cool, less-known fact. The seats at the very front were reserved for important dignitaries, and you can still see some of their names carved into the stone. Talk about VIP seating, ancient style. Also, look closely at the stage area. You might be able to spot ancient drainage holes. They had rain delays even back then. People, some things never change. Now, let's descend a bit from the sacred rock and see how history evolved. Just down the hill, we find the Roman Agora. If the Acropolis was classical Athens, this area tells the story of imperial Athens, when the Romans came to town. It might look like a jumble of stones, but this was the bustling marketplace and administrative heart of the city under Roman rule, built mostly during the time of Julius Caesar and Augustus. Here's a must-see, the incredibly preserved Tower of the Winds. This wasn't just a clock, it was a weather station, a sundial, and a water clock all in one. It was essentially the ancient world's most high-tech device for telling time and forecasting the weather. So, as you walk among these Roman ruins, remember you're walking through a space where ancient Greeks and Romans haggled, debated, and checked the forecast. Talk about a blend of two massive empires. Let's turn our attention to one of the most perfectly preserved temples in Greece, sitting right here in the heart of the ancient Agora, the Temple of Hephaestus. Seriously, look at this thing. It's in better shape than most modern buildings. While everyone is rightly obsessed with the Parthenon, this temple often gets overlooked, and that's a shame, because it holds some unique secrets. It's a Doric masterpiece, built almost at the same time as the Parthenon, mid-5th century BC, and it was dedicated to Hephaestus, the god of metalworking, fire, and craft, and also to Athena Erechtheion, the goddess of pottery and crafts. So, here's your fascinating fact. Why is this temple so incredibly well preserved while the Parthenon is in ruins? The main reason is that from the 7th century AD all the way until 1834, it was converted and used as a Christian church. This long, continuous use actually protected it from destruction and dismantling over the centuries, unlike many other ancient sites. Talk about recycling and preservation. Another cool detail is the subject of its sculptures. Because the temple honored Hephaestus, the craftsman god, the metapies here don't just show Zeus or Athena. Instead, they feature the heroic labors of Heracles and Theseus. It's a wonderful nod to the legendary heroes of Athens and a perfect fit for a temple dedicated to practical skill and strength. It stands today as a stunning reminder that not all ancient glory has to be in ruins. It's a beacon of architectural resilience, telling us that even the humble god of the forge got to have one of the most magnificent temples in the entire city. It's a must-see for anyone who appreciates engineering and longevity. Next, let's wrap up our visit. after walking among the ruins of the Agora, we need a moment to collect our thoughts and, more importantly, to see the treasures unearthed right beneath our feet. Welcome inside the magnificent Stoa of Attalos, which now houses the Museum of the Ancient Agora. This place is not just a building, it's a time capsule. And here's a mind-blowing fact about the building itself. While this Stoa looks perfectly ancient, it has an incredible secret. The Stoa of Attalos is actually a modern reconstruction. The original was completely destroyed back in 267 AD. What you are standing in is a meticulous, faithful recreation from the 1950s. They brought this entire structure back to life so we could experience the Agora's sheer scale as the ancient Athenians did. Isn't that wild? But the real magic is what's inside. This museum isn't just about big statues, it's about democracy and daily life. You can see fragments of the laws that govern the city, voting ballots, known as ostraka, used to banish citizens. That's how the word ostracize was born. They even have tools and household items, making it feel less like a stuffy museum and more like a walk through an ancient Athenian home. It gives you a sense of connection to the people who walked the streets we just explored. The Museum of the Ancient Agora is where the abstract concepts of Athenian democracy, the votes, the debates, the laws, become tangible, real objects you can stand next to. It's the perfect place to truly understand the people who built the Acropolis we just visited. Come on, let's go check out those ostraka. Seriously, spending time up here makes you realize that history isn't just something you read in a book. It's something you can touch, you can breathe, you can feel resonate through time. The Acropolis isn't just a pile of ancient rocks, it's a monumental testament to human ingenuity, art, and the very foundation of civilization. So, if Athens is on your bucket list, trust me, this is a non-negotiable must-see. I hope these little secrets